Hello, I'm dropping in just really quick to have a quick conversation about lint and preventing buildup in your rastas. So if you spent, I guess, any time on my channel, then you've probably seen the video about solving the lock lint problem using black tea or coffee. Now, the best solution is to prevent lint in the first place, rather than trying to fight it, battle it, hide it. The best thing is to just prevent it. So I'm going to share with you some of my tools, or a couple of my major tools for keeping my hair as lint-free as possible. First off, I'd like to share that I do brush, and I just misplaced my brush. Oh, here it is. That I do brush. Brushing is good for stimulating your scalp. It's good for picking up anything that's quickly, on your hair, as long as you use a soft brush. Don't brush it too roughly. So that's one thing that I do. The next major thing that I use is a lint brush. Now, I use two different lint brushes. The first lint brush, the red lint brush, I use for everything that's going to come into contact with my hair. That means the inside of my shirt, that means the outside of my shirt, that means my pillows, the headrest for my car, anything at all that my hair is going to come into contact with, this lint brush comes in contact with it first. The second lint brush comes into contact with my hair and only my hair. This touches nothing else but my hair. You basically use it kind of like a brush. You want to go down the length of your hair. You do the top, the back, the inside. Like if I was standing up, I would probably just flip my hair over and get the underside of my hair. What I find I need it most for is the ends. The ends are what's all over my shirt. That's what touches, grabs, picks up everything. So I concentrate on the very ends of my locks when I'm using the lint brush on them. So now I do this gently but regularly. So I do this before I take a shower, so that I'm sure that if there's any lint in there, it's not getting wet and then bonding to my rastas. I do this when I wake up. I do this before I leave. I do this when I come back from being outside. I do it regularly but gently. And this is, like I said, this is like my number one thing. My second thing is I made myself a silk cap. Now technically it's a silk sleeping cap, but I use it for more than just sleeping. Like, I have several of these, and I think I'll probably be making some more soon, and I'll probably make a video for anybody who wants to see how to make their own cap. But this is like when I'm washing the car, gardening, cleaning the house, any kind of thing that's kicking up dust or dirt, or makes any kind of mess, any kind of situation like that, I'm wearing my silk cap. This can even be worn actually outside. It doesn't look too bad. What I do is I put it on. It looks like those olden day bonnets, or what is it? Oh, when the women used to wear netting or nets around their hair. So all I do is I pull my hair all up inside, and I made it big enough to accommodate my rastas now and when they're growing, so I have plenty of space. So it looks just like this when I have it on. But if I'm gonna go outside, I usually put on like a scarf. Doesn't matter what kind of scarf, I just have like a ton of these kind all over the house. And then I put this on top. Let's see if I can get this tied here. And this is basically what it looks like. Not too bad. I think it's kind of cute. I like it. So that's what I do. Again, like if I'm working outside or dealing with anything dirty or super messy, I slip on my silk cap. So again, that would be brush, just general. Lint brushes must for two separate. One for clothing, only clothing and bedding and anything else that touches your hair, and one exclusively for your hair. And then my silk cap. So these are the things that I use to combat or prevent, lint buildup in the first place. When all else fails, of course I use the black tea trick, but I rarely have to use that. Rarely. As a girl, I like products. I like putting stuff on my skin or, on my hair to make it smell good, or, just things like that. But I like natural products. I don't want to put just any old thing on my skin and hair. Nothing with petroleum or, any of these other millions of things that you can't pronounce, and yet they put it into your beauty products. So let's touch on buildup, the subject of buildup in your hair. I don't put anything in my hair, and I don't have any buildup. And let me rephrase that. I don't put anything unnatural in my hair, and I don't have any buildup. I use carrot oil, homemade carrot oil that I make myself, coconut oil, castor oil, lightly. I use these things like after washing my hair and I want to retain moisture. I'll add these, rub these through my hair. But other than that, if it's not natural, it does not go into my hair, and I have zero buildup. There is no buildup in my locks. My hair is light and fluffy and free from buildup. What I'm about to say, I think some people will find, will take issue with. And that's okay. This is just my opinion. This is how I think. This is, how I feel. Take what serves you and leave the rest behind. But I really think that blacks with dreads try to appease society, I guess is a good way to say it. Try to do things like make our hair, shiny, or, something that it just isn't. I love my hair. I absolutely love my hair. There is nobody else on this planet with hair like mine. My hair is completely unique. And of course I'm speaking in terms of like race. There's nobody else with hair like mine. I think that is special, and I think that is wonderful, and I am very proud of that. I think my hair is fantastic. And I don't think there's any need for me to try and manipulate my hair to look like the rest of society. Like, why would I do that? Why would anybody do that? Well, I know the answer to that. I think that's a little bit of brainwashing, and that's a whole different subject, so I'm not even going to go there. But, again, I love my hair, and you should love your hair too, and when you try to make it into something it's not, like shiny, that's just not for us. Our hair is curly. Shine reflects off of straight hair, not tight curls or kinky hair. And I have no problem with that word kinky either. I don't know what this movement is where people are like, oh, don't say kinky. What are you talking about? My hair is kinky, so what? So what? I love it. So anyways, back to build up just really quick. Just don't put anything in your hair. You don't need anything in your hair. Your hair grows out of your head just the way it's supposed to. That's it. You want to retain some moisture, put something natural in your hair. Is your hair feeling dry? Put something natural in your hair, some natural kind of oil, not grease. Grease is not natural. Clogs your pores and, you know, prevents your hair from, or prevents your scalp from creating oils naturally the way it's supposed to. So not grease, not any petroleum products, not any of this crap that you find on the store shelves promising, you know, shiny hair to people of African descent. So I'm just saying. If you want to avoid, prevent, stay away from buildup, stop putting stuff that's not natural in your hair. I don't, and like I said, my hair is light and fluffy and healthy and thriving. Okay? So I guess that's about it. I think what I said was to make sure that you have lint brushes, 2 separate lint brushes. Brush your hair as needed, making sure that you get to your scalp because it's good stimulation for your scalp. Have a silk cap, or just cover your head as best you can until you can get a silk cap, and that helps fight lint. And as for buildup, stay away from anything that's not natural. Don't try and make your hair into something that it's not. Wash it, keep it clean, and let it alone, and it will do just what it's supposed to do. Okay?